Well, hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. And today, as you see, I've got cherries. This is the last of the 30 pounds cherries that I got from my manicurist. And again, Debbie, thank you. This is wonderful. Truly has been a blessing. And I was able to share some pie filling with her, and I sold a couple, and I'm hoarding back quite a bit of it because I'm having cherry pie from these cherries for Thanksgiving and Christmas and maybe one other time. But and I am going to make a really delicious dump cake that I will bring you along for, because I think it's just a great idea for a quick and easy dessert. So that being said, I'm going to show you how to pit cherries. Now, I was asked this through Facebook, through private messages. And since it is cherry season here on the West Coast, cherries are in, and the Northwest cherries are in. I think as you move east, they come a little bit later. I'm not positive of that, but that's my guess. Anyway, so let's try way number one. And the reason I'm wearing gloves, guys, they stain your hands so badly. I didn't even hardly handle the cherries with the cherry pitter, but the little bit that I did have to, touch them, it really stains your hands, and the acid in the cherries kind of eat up your hands as well. So what you're going to need for the first method is a paper clip. Now, this is the way my mom used to do it, and I used to have to help. And I grew up in the Northwest, so you're going to take, and I don't know if I can remember how to do this, but you unfold your paper clip, take your big end, and you're going to, right where the stem end is, you go down, feel where that pit is, oops, feel where the pit is, and you're going to pop that around it and make a big mess. And I don't like how that's working at all. There goes the pit. Okay, so that's not the easiest option, but there's your cherry, there's your pit, okay? I'm not going to be doing it that way. As much as I love my mom, that was the hardest way she could possibly have done cherries, I think. The second way, and this one I have not tried yet, but I saw this online. You put over a bottle, you're going to put your cherry, and you need like a chopstick, or you could use a bamboo skewer if it was big enough around, but I think that the narrow end of a chopstick, and you put your cherry right on top, and you're going to push. And what's going to happen here, there we go. There's the pit. It didn't go in the bottle, but it popped it right out. That's not a bad method if you don't have a cherry pitter. So let's do one more in that method. Hold on to it though. You don't want to push your cherry down into your bottle. So kind of go, pop it right, yeah, it wants to. These are smaller cherries. It wants to go in, and these cherries make my mouth water. Okay, so that one, not so much, but that's okay. And I'm gonna measure out 6 quarts. Yeah, sure I am. And I'm not gonna use that method. If you had bigger cherries, I think this would work really well. This is, out of the 2 that I've shown you so far, that's a way to do it. And you can also do it with a paring knife. Let me see. Let's get a little paring knife here and see how easy that is. So just kind of go around it like you would an avocado or any other piece of fruit, and cut that out. And that's kind of messy. I don't know that I would use this method either. Yeah, you're cutting up your cherry. You're not really getting the whole thing. So that method's out. Guys, if you like this, showing you how not to do it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Let me know how you pit cherries, or if you have a cherry pitter. There's several different types of cherry pitters. And when I went, I had one of these, but when I went to find it, I couldn't find it. So I went to Bed Bath & Beyond, and they had one. Now this pits 6 cherries at a time. And you can also find the ones that you pop in, and they do 1 at a time. But anyways, you're going to place your cherries down here, and 6 at a time. And if any of them look like they have any debris on them, I will dunk them in my bowl of water over here and get that debris off of them. And that's why I have that bottle or the bowl of water there. So 6 cherries at a time, and literally you just pop and your cherries are still in your tray, and your pits are down here in the bottom. And that's as easy as that is. And that goes in there. And you want to make sure that all the pits land in here, because if not, they could end up in your pie. So you always want to do a disclaimer on your pie. When it's homemade pie filling, there's a disclaimer that goes along with mine. Be careful, and if you see any pits in there, do an inspection when you're making your pie. I can't be liable for any pits that might escape me. So, done. And look underneath. I don't see any pits. I see the little piece of cherry that it leaves, but all my pits are down in the bottom of this. Let me bring you in close so you can see. And oh boy, my husband goes, "What are you doing?" He thought I was done with cherries. And I said, I gotta finish these. So, and you sort as you go. Now see, this one has a little leaf on it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take that off. Dunk it in the water. And if your water gets all, you know, icky, just dump it out or pour it on a plant. That's usually what I do. Okay, and then pop goes the cherry. And at the top of this, see, has these things that come through. So I'll bring you in close and show you the whole thing, and then we'll let you go and get to your cherries, because I know you guys got some cherries to pit. Or at least you got some to practice pitting. Right. Okay, so you see how this is. Here's the tray at the bottom. It's like a two-piece thing. And then your tray that comes off here is where your cherries go, in those little holes. And then this top part is where, once you push it down, these little spikes come out and pop the cherries out, or the seed out. Can you see that? It's a very nifty little item, so you just do that, see? Okay, so let's put some cherries in and give you that close-up perspective of what I'm doing. And 6 at a time is certainly better than 1 at a time, but however you gotta do it. Okay, I got 6 cherries that I'm happy with, and you just go pop, and if it sticks, now this one's stuck to the little popper thing, so the pit is right there. I'm gonna throw that away, and I pick this up and make sure I look underneath. And you're gonna see little pieces of skin, but sometimes you'll see like one of those was a piece of the cherry, and this one was a pit. So you wanna make sure you inspect that and make sure the pit's got out. And then I dunk it in or drop it off in my 4-cup measuring cup. All right, guys. I hope that this inspires you to try your hand at pitting cherries, or at least, you know, go ahead and put the fruit that you're given or that you harvest out of your yard, or maybe you get a great deal at farmer's market. I hope that it inspires you to go ahead and preserve it and make sure that you've got something really healthy and something for the winter time, because this winter I'm gonna love having this on the shelf. And I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with these. I may go ahead and just can them in a light syrup or juice, because these are going to sit in this stock pot overnight in acidulated water, and all that means is I've got some citric acid in there, so these don't turn a funky color, and then they'll make their own juice, and you can can it that way. I could add a little honey. There's actually a couple recipes in the new ball canning book, and I may do one of them. There was I believe there's brandied cherries. I'm gonna look in there and see what I can do, but I truly hope it inspires you to come back next time. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, and as always, guys, I hope I get a thumbs up, and and you always get a thumbs up from me. I appreciate you guys very, very much. And go down in the About section. I'll leave a link to this, an Amazon link. And even if you don't need one of these and you shop through that link, it really helps my channel out. It's connected to that link, and we get a tiny little bit of whatever you purchase on Amazon. And it helps us bring you new content and keep things fresh. And anyways, and I really appreciate it. All right, guys. I can't wait to see you next time.